Okay, we're gonna get a redo on that, and I was not on mute. But we're just shaking things out here. I'm Gretchen Clausing. I'm the executive director of PhillyCAM, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to the PhillyCAM annual member meeting. And I can't believe that this is the third year that we are doing this virtually. But I am thrilled to be coming to you live from the PhillyCAM studio. Later in the meeting, we'll be sharing more information about our new facility hours, and we'll be opening up a few more days a week. But you're probably saying, Gretchen, where's your mask? But we are still wearing our N195 masks here in the space, with the exception of those who appear on camera. And we just want to ease back into things as we enter this new phase, and we want to continue to wear masks and keep people safe as we just kind of keep an eye on what the latest cases will be doing with COVID. But with that out of the way, I want to thank you for joining us here tonight. The annual member meeting is an opportunity for us to be in conversation with you and to let you know what is happening, and we kind of take a moment to reflect on the year past and look ahead. I want to turn your attention to this really beautiful report to members that was lovingly put together by the PhillyCAM staff. It's going to be available on the PhillyCAM website and emailed to you, but I would encourage you to really, take a moment, look through it, and see what we all did together in 2021. I continue to be moved and just overwhelmed at everything that we are able to accomplish, staff, board, and all of you, the members. And it just is a great kind of look at all of the contributions that you've done over the year. Tonight, we're bringing back the pitch. So immediately following the meeting, around 7 o'clock, we're going to transition this gathering into a virtual pitch session. So it's an opportunity for you to make a 2-minute pitch to your fellow members about a project that you could be working on. Maybe you're looking for crew or just a creative partner. If you want to sign up for the pitch, there's going to be messages in the chat, and Gabe will then send you a little sign-up form. So take a look for that. We've got a lot that we've been working on over the past year, and we're adapting to even more new things. And one of those in particular, where I'm going to be asking your patience and support, is that we are going to be, over the next couple months, transitioning to a new website. And there's going to be a lot of new great features, but it's not going to be without maybe a couple pain points and hiccups. And so we just ask for your patience and look forward to beta testing it with you over the next several months. Another thing that I wanted to just put folks on notice about, that we're not going to address really too much in the meeting tonight, but one thing that makes PhillyCAM go is the fact that we get funds from the city of Philadelphia from the cable franchise agreements with Comcast and Verizon. And the Verizon franchise is going to be coming up for renegotiation. So we're going to be coming to you soon, the members, to help us shape the vision that we want to bring to those negotiations over the coming year. So stay tuned for more information about that. Working hard on that with me is the board of directors. They do so much behind the scenes, and they are there to make sure that we stay on mission and that we work to achieve our goals. And tonight is the board election. It's continuing. You can vote up until 11:45 tonight. You should check your email inbox to see if you have a ballot in there. We just resent one again this afternoon, and we will be announcing the election tomorrow. But to talk a little bit about the board and the role that they play, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the PhillyCAM board chair, Ernest Owens.
Thank you. Thank you, Gretchen. Super excited. Good evening, everyone. Super excited to see you all virtually. We can see you all on the screen, so everybody waving and doing things, we can see you right there. I'm so happy to be here today. Thank you for the waves. I see you, Tahid. I see you all. Charlene and everyone from the board and future board members. My name is Ernest Owens. I'm the proud board chairman of PhillyCAM. I've been on the board for 6 years, which is wild to me. I came to this organization in 2015. It was a year after I graduated from undergrad at the University of Pennsylvania. And being a part of PhillyCAM was an incredible experience for me. It was an opportunity for me to be a producer, to be certified, to take really great courses, to understand the nuance, complexity, and diversity of Philadelphia's media ecosystem right here in this very building. It was not so long ago that on this very room, on this stage, I did my first show, Earnestly Speaking, and I was here with so many incredible people that are still here today. People like Jeff, people like Debbie, and others who really encouraged me to keep going on that dream I had to be a journalist. And it was in PhillyCAM where I had the opportunity to try new technologies and do more incredible things. And it was here that people encouraged me to take a leap and join a nonprofit board for the first time. And through the work that we do here at PhillyCAM with the board of directors, we're listening to members because many of the people on the board are members. And it's been an incredible experience to grow in my leadership over the years, to be able to network with so many great people. And as I begin to term off, this is my final term. We have a great line of rules that say that only leaders on boards can serve 3 consecutive 2-year terms. So I have hit my max. You all have elected me 3 consecutive times, more times than you can elect most elected officials. So I'm very grateful for that. But it's been an incredible journey on the board. I'm not leaving. I'm still going to be a great contributing board member. I'm contributing member to PhillyCAM. And I look forward to continuing to support you all, mentor you all, root you all on. It's been an incredible 6 years, but I must say that, the best is yet to come. And I say that because we have an incredible slate of future leaders that are going to come to PhillyCAM that want your vote. You have till 11:45 p.m. tonight to cast that vote. There are so many great candidates that are coming from various media backgrounds and expertise, folks who've been in the legal field, folks who've been in the cannabis field, folks who've been in different places, and they're coming to PhillyCAM with lovely, fresh ideas and new ways to make this organization great. So without further ado, here is the incredible slate of candidates that you can vote for by 11:45 tonight. And as always, vote early and vote often. And here are the candidates.
With Selby, I am a producer and board member at PhillyCAM. I'm running for re-election. This will be my 2nd term. I look forward to the experience. I'm still committed to what PhillyCAM does as far as teaching, producing local content for our TV and radio station. PhillyCAM, again, is just not a TV station. It's a community. So with that said, I look forward to meeting you all hopefully soon. WPPM 106.5, People Power Media. Deuces.
Hi, I'm Maisha Elanai, the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Officer at Liberty Resources, Center for Independent Living for People with Disabilities in the Philadelphia region. I'm also an attorney licensed in the state of Pennsylvania and an active member of Disability Pride of Pennsylvania. Today I'm running for PhillyCAM's Board of Directors because, as a disability rights advocate and the child of parents who survived civil wars in their home countries, I know how important sharing your voice can be to preserving your culture, your heritage, your way of life, and to advocating for your rights. I want to make sure that PhillyCAM thrives as a vehicle for all Philadelphians to do that. Today, as you vote in elections, you're not just voting for candidates, you're voting for your voice and for your future. Please remember that and put in a vote for me, Maisha Elanai.
Hello, my name is Pascal Valet, and I am running for my 3rd term on the PhillyCAM Board of Directors. I can't believe it's already my 3rd and final term. If you do me the honor of electing me again, I will continue my role as co-vice chair of the board and co-DEI officer of the board. If you know me, you know that intersectionality is the name of my game. I love to bring in different voices to the table, to pass the mic to those who historically have not had the mic to speak into. And I generally am just so in love with the fact that PhillyCAM is rooted in justice, in civic engagement, in allowing people to tell their own stories in their own words, as well as community activism. So if you would do me the honor of electing me for my 3rd and final term, I promise that I will continue to advocate for your best interests every time the board meets around the table. Thank you.
Hello PhillyCAM members, my name is Tahit Chappelle, pronouns he, him, and I'm looking forward to gaining your support to be a PhillyCAM board member. My PhillyCAM journey started when I arrived in Philly in 2018 after leaving the Washington Post and joining the Philadelphia Inquirer. When I arrived in Philly, I was told by several people that I needed to check out PhillyCAM because it was doing something different. It was actually centering a diverse lens of community issues, ideas, dreams, and creativity. After visiting the station and feeling the energy, I knew I had found my family of creatives and eagerly took as many classes as possible. I can proudly say that I completed 99% of all courses and was just about to launch a TV show before the pandemic hit. As someone running for the board, I know what it means to go through the PhillyCAM experience, and I hope that it helps to know that I'll serve as a board member who makes sure that the station expands its educational capacity and teaches our members new ways to tell stories and document history, especially using digital and online tools. I also look forward to encouraging other board members to get more involved in supporting staff initiatives, other PhillyCAM projects, and spreading the great word that people power media can change hearts, minds, and lives. Thank you so much for your consideration.
Hello, my name is Vicky Clover. I'm 43 years old. I've been in PhillyCAM since 2016. I'm an 8-time International Film Festival Awards winner of the Marky series. Marky is a 3D animated comedy series shown on PhillyCAM, Vimeo, and YouTube. Why I would be a good candidate to be a PhillyCAM board member? I have leadership skills, being a long-time PhillyCAM member, which I gained insight, and I will be able to bestow my wisdom and knowledge of this media facility. Understanding my role in this diverse, open media system, mainstream media, I am a content creator, so I know firsthand experience and importance of representation in video media. I come from a diverse neighborhood that has a community of various religious, ethnic, and gender-based backgrounds.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shamika Sawyer, and I am running for re-election for the PhillyCAM board. I would love the opportunity to continue to be a voice for us, the producers, as part of the PhillyCAM board. I know these past couple of years have been really crazy, right? From the lockdowns to, tons of Zoom meetings to never knowing when we'll be able to congregate in person. But it feels like things are changing for the better. And so with that, it brings opportunity, right? So I would love to continue to be a voice and advocate on the behalf of us, the members and producers, as part of the board at PhillyCAM. So please think about casting your vote for me. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm going to get right into it. I know a lot of you are eager to hear the great news and the updates, as Gretchen mentioned, that we have in store for you. So after over a year of planning, we've implemented a major upgrade on the main studio broadcast production equipment. We replaced our aging broadcast sticks with the latest new tech TriCaster production switcher and other associated equipment. So it brings a greatly expanded green screen production capabilities to the main studio, as well as many other new opportunities. The TriCaster also represents a kind of a different approach to workflow in broadcast production that we are seeing, or we have seen over the last couple of years, where you have a hybrid approach. You have virtual and you have in studio. So we've had several other producers trying it out before we made this change, and we got some comments, we got suggestions on how to improve. And there's still a few bits and pieces to put together, but we are ready to roll and get you guys going as well. So this will be the flagship in the main studio for production switching, and I dare say it is the hyper future. In tandem with the new equipment, we know that, a lot of you are kind of a little rusty after 2 years, with some of the things that you've learned and some of the certificates and stuff. So, and it is new equipment. So We have we are putting together some tutorials, trainings, that you will need to kind of get up to speed in using the equipment. So those are still in the works. So whether you're a newbie, you're a beginner, you are an expert, we want you to feel comfortable and trained and be able to collaborate with other members and produce your shows. So look out for that information in upcoming newsletters on the website, etc., for specific dates. I should say that we have a few core folks who have been certified that we are putting, through some paces since we have a couple of shows coming up. But if you are a certified, you have taken the Green Screen Studio, or even you are a Broadcast Fix certified producer and you're here, I would encourage you to reach out to us and learn more about how we can get you up to speed if you're planning productions in the near future. So one other important thing is that, as Gretchen mentioned as well, the city is opening up, and we have been eager, as have you, to figure out when we are opening, or fully, or at least close to opening to regular hours. And so we have decided on the following reopening days and hours of operation, as well as some changes to certain parts of our COVID policies. So beginning April 1st, these will be our opening days and hours. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 12 noon to 6 p.m. Now, Tuesdays and Thursdays are devoted to studio production, the media lab, the equipment, and equipment check-in and check-out. Wednesdays and Fridays will be focused on member support, either via phone or at the station here. There will be no studio reservations on those days. However, the media lab and certain other spaces will be available. We will not be open to the public on Mondays, but phone and email support will still be available. So you can call into the station, and get support, or send us an email with your query. In addition to these adjusted days and hours, we are also not requiring appointments to visit the station. As those of you who have been, keeping up, you had to make an appointment before you come to the station. So we are removing that requirement. However, if you have extensive or you need extensive support, we encourage you to make appointments. It'll really help us in terms of our scheduling. The COVID-19 acknowledgement form that was a requirement for everyone to complete before entering the building will also not be needed beginning April. However, we will still maintain our mask on policy. So that everyone within the facilities, you still will need to wear your mask. And everyone entering the building will be required to sign in electronically and answer a few questions as they sign in. So you've always had to do that anyway, but it will be a little different in that we will have, answering a few questions, not a full length sort of form to fill out. Members who are planning or have studio productions in April and beyond will also be required to follow the existing policies as they pertain to the main studio, especially main studio productions and other reservation spaces as well. We, as many of you, I'm sure, are monitoring the news on the rise and fall of COVID. And with that in mind, as we welcome everyone back in the coming months, we are keeping our guard up and monitoring any changes in which, if cases are rising, and we may need to change the hours, these new hours that we are implementing next month. So I look forward to seeing and welcoming as many of you back into the facilities and doing the work that you have, I assume, planned for so long and want to continue, or new work. So Hope to see you guys, and thanks.
Just wanted to say that we, in addition to how excited we are to have everybody back in this, opening up our hours more, seeing everybody here, we are still going to be continuing all of our support for our virtual avenues. So don't worry that none of that is going away. For those of you that have taken the StreamYard class, that's been hugely successful, and we're going to go full steam ahead with that. If you've set up a space at home that you love and you're going to keep producing your programming that way, we're here to provide the tech support to help that keep going. And we've actually expanded some of our virtual capabilities as well. Ryan already talked about our brand new studio switcher, which will allow us to do both hybrid, so virtual and in person at the same time. And we've actually just kicked off a new live streaming kit as well, which apparently now I'm in focus because Jeff came and tapped the screen. I'm actually using it right now. It comes in a little case just like this. It includes microphones, a gimbal, a battery pack, everything you need in a really small bag to broadcast live from anywhere. And I can actually prove that because I can take it here and we can go try to show you what we can do here. So you can take this little lightweight battery powered kit, and anywhere you have a good 4G LTE connection or access to Wi-Fi, you can take it on the go with you. And in this case, I'm going to use it to show you this awesome new control room that Ryan was talking about. Let's go see what we can see here. So here we go. There's our new TriCaster. There's Ryan. He's actually joining us via Zoom. So this is how we get that virtual hybrid. And then everybody out in the main studio here gets to see those Zoom calls and everything, and we can connect it all together, connect my feed. So that's just a little look at that. So let's see if I can swing this back to me here. So now I want to kick it over to our fantastic board member, Elizabeth Estrada, who is going to talk about our new member survey.
Hey everyone, and good evening. Roland, thank you so much for throwing it my way. I'm so excited to get my hands on that camera. It looks so cool. I'm Elizabeth Estrada, a board member at PhillyCAM and the chair of the Member Relations and Community Engagement Committee. Our committee is a group of board members as well as producers and PhillyCAM staff who work together to make sure that PhillyCAM is supporting all of you out there tuning in at home. But in order to do that, we need to hear from you. We need to know what's going on in your minds and what it is that you want from PhillyCAM. So our committee has been working on an annual member survey that will be launching the first week of April. And this survey is so important. We have designed it to learn more about you, your interests, your thoughts, your experiences with PhillyCAM, because as you all know, so much has changed these past 2 years. And that includes how you interact with and how you use PhillyCAM. And we want to know about how you're feeling about those changes and what's working, what could be improved upon as PhillyCAM moves forward into this new hybrid world that we're all a part of. All responses to this survey are anonymous and will help PhillyCAM continue to adapt and be able to serve you best. And while this annual survey is, of course, so important, we also recognize that it's critical to create ways for you to offer PhillyCAM feedback on a regular basis. And so we're working on ways to make that accessible to you all. Our committee is working on ways for you members to give us suggestions and share your ideas on a regular basis. And we want to hear from you and help you. We want to hear from you and for you to help us here at PhillyCAM get stronger and be even better here in 2022. So if you have something to share, please keep an eye out for that survey. It's coming your way the first week of April. And if you're interested in participating in our Member Relations and Community Engagement Committee, please hit us up. Reach out to membership@phillycam.org because we'd love to have you be a part of our committee. And now it's time for our year in review video. I want to give a shout out to all of PhillyCAM staff that worked on this. That includes Sergio Galliano and Ryan Doherty for their amazing work on editing the video, along with Nasha Taylor and Ariel Taylor for their work on the script. So here it goes.
Hello, PhillyCAM. This is Vicky Clover.
Hi, I'm Michelle Clark.
Greetings and salutations. I am Karen Walker.
What's up? This is Conrad Burgos Jr. here. I love public media. I really love PhillyCAM. I took some classes there and I actually instructed some workshops. Every time I have a question, every time I need help, someone from the staff is there to help me. I can name everyone, you know.
PhillyCAM to me is a wonderful thing for people who want to get their media and their message, of course, out there to the general public.
I need to express how fond I am of our community. My gosh, particularly during an era that has been so uncertain. These past few years have been really, really difficult for many of us, but we still seem to shine through.
And I'm just really grateful to have this outlet of public media available to me and other people like me and for the community.
I don't have any media highlights for the year 2021, as all my experiences through the years have been really, really, really great. So I can't pick just out one thing. All I can say is, I love you, PhillyCAM. Keep on keeping on, and thank you.
If you're a part of this community, then you know that we're all about creating moments that transcend a single highlight. We aspire to effect change through care. We aspire to share knowledge, and we aspire to let everyone know just how we do. So let's break it down. 2021 was a big year for PhillyCAM. We celebrated the 5-year anniversary for our community news programs, PhillyCAM Voices and Entrevista. And that's not all. We also celebrated 5 years of WPPM 106.5 FM on the air.
How could I forget? Coming together with my WPPM family to celebrate the 5th anniversary of WPPM. That felt great to see everybody in person again and to celebrate such a wonderful station, to share our love for our radio station that we helped build. You know, that was awesome.
With what seemed like new challenges arising every day, we felt it was most important to seize the moment and build on our community care. We sought to foster a new dialogue with community partners through a new daytime live show called Reimagine as a joint effort between Reclaim, PhillyCAM, and Resolve Philadelphia. 2021 was also the launch of our Community News Reporting Apprenticeship program, allowing anyone to apply for the opportunity to receive hands-on instruction while building a journalism portfolio and contributing to PhillyCAM's news program.
Welcome to PhillyCAM Voices. I'm your host, Toya Haynes.
We fully adjusted to our hybrid virtual lifestyle, bolstering our community know-how, making the most of it, thriving even. Our StreamYard workshop continues to equip members to produce and direct high-quality live simulcasts remotely from home.
There you go. Hi, Adam. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, Jeff?
Good, good.
For PhillyCAM's youth program, 2021 was a year to explore new ways of creative connection, joy, and self-discovery. Our youth radio program hosted a World Radio Day event live on Facebook and Instagram with youth audio producers from Philadelphia and beyond as we shared the virtual stage with the Racial Justice Organizing Committee and a Black Joy fundraiser for gender and sexual justice, honoring the work of Girls Rock Philly and Morris Home. The short film Succulent City, produced by PhillyCAM youth members, was featured in the Smithsonian Film Project exhibition, Futures We Dream, in Washington, D.C. 2021 also brought us new equipment and workshops, producing impressive work through collaborative filmmaking like the satirical short Misinformation. Production Services also saw some of our biggest projects yet, collaborating with People's Light to produce Spiritual Uprising with Broadway's Zanya Love, producing a feature-length documentary, Divided Attention, on the role mindfulness can play in communities that suffer from education inequity, and putting on a second hybrid multi-day event in Good Pitch, produced in part by Doc Society, all while continuing to support our partner organizations and institutions to further their good work.
Hello, PhillyCAM. My name is Selena Singleton. I am a digital media specialist for Power Interfaith. We are a grassroots organization of over 50 Pennsylvania congregations committed to racial and economic justice on a livable planet. I had such a great experience as an individual member for years that when I came to Power, it was one of the first partnerships I established. Just this past year, we utilized the main studio, equipment, and even PhillyCAM's professional services. This allowed us to create polished content to help spread our messaging, content that we will use for years to come. Thank you to all the staff and instructors. What you do truly matters.
Best of all, we got to see each other again to share some real people power. We produced our second annual People Power Media Fest, focused on community media as community care. Once again, putting together a month-long celebration featuring free, in-person and virtual events, workshops, and screenings, exploring how media access, representation, and intention can impact our neighbors' well-being, and the paths to dismantle oppressive institutions and ideas. We invited members and producers to highlight how making space for our creative work together helps to offer care and connection. All culminating in our first ever PhillyCAM block party.
Hi, I'm Andrew Hoffman, and I am one of the producers of Creating Fashion with Laurel. One of our favorite moments this year was when my mother, Laurel Hoffman, who stars in the show, was invited to make masks at the PhillyCAM block party.
At PhillyCAM, through thick and thin, you'll always find your community.
We have to really stop that. We have to learn to love each other again. We have to really learn to love ourselves again, or love ourselves, period. Have we ever loved ourselves?
It's been a pleasure producing and hosting Philly Folk Scene for over 3.5 years.
This is my third or fourth annual member meeting, and these year in review videos warm my heart every time. It's also such a loss that we all feel when we lose members, especially in this time where there's so much grief and loss that we're all experiencing in community, and the fact that we can't all be at the station or at the media center at the same time really affects us. I'm here today to invite you all to participate in shaping PPM Fest 2022. This is the third time that we're going to do this, and as mentioned in the video, our theme last year was community media as community care. This year, we are hoping that you tell us what the theme should be. So we put together a survey for you to rank what our proposed themes are. This is different than the survey that Elizabeth just mentioned, which is the annual member survey, and that is what shapes what we do at PhillyCAM overall. This survey is really short. There are 5 ideas, and we want you to tell us which idea you think should be the theme. So the theme for the PPM Fest is how we not collaborate. It is what drives our collaboration together, but what curates the content for the 4-week festival. So it will happen in October 1st through the 31st. And you'll see in the form that our proposed themes are 1, building community, building power. 2, celebrate diversity. 3 is creativity starts at home. 4 is we all have a role to play. And 5 is we create our stories. You also have the option to enter your own theme. So there's a name your own. And then the final and third question in the survey form is asking you to just tell us any other comments or ideas that we should consider as we plan and outline the festival this year. So on the screen is a QR code. You'll also be receiving a link in email. And of course, we will be promoting and sharing this online. So look forward to that. Next, I have the pleasure and honor, I'm so excited, to officially introduce in our annual member meeting our brand new communications manager. Elias Gonzalez has been with us since October. So this is their very first annual member meeting. Welcome aboard, Elias. I'll pass it to you.
Thanks, Nasha, for the mic. Hi, everybody. I'm Elias, the communications manager at PhillyCAM, and that's Elias. You just keep kind of going up. For folks who may have trouble with it, it's the Spanish enunciation. But anyway, I'm really happy to be here on PhillyCAM as part of the communications, as the communications manager and part of the team. So I'm the person who's saying y'all and folks on our Twitter and Instagram and Facebook all the time. And so I am also open and looking for ways to help members promote their work, promote their shows. And so folks who have already been doing that by tagging us has been a great help and a great resource. And so I'm going to be trying to be more useful and helpful there. So I'm always available to be reached out via email, which is my first name, which is just spelled like Elias, E-L-I-A-S, @phillycam.org. And if you have something PhillyCAM related you want to promote that you've been doing, if your film got into a festival or anything of that nature, feel free to reach out and let me know about it. And I'll be sure to put it on all of our channels. And I look forward to chatting with folks online. So I'm gonna pass the mic to Laura to continue.
I know, got it. Hi, everybody. Excited to be here. I have just a few updates about some upcoming workshops and educational opportunities I hope everybody takes advantage of. As you know, we're continuing to do some virtual workshops, but we're also starting some more in-person workshops here at PhillyCAM. One of the biggest updates I'm excited about is PhillyCAM has become a certified Adobe certification site. So for folks who are ready to level up on Premiere, you can take your exam here and become a certified associate. For those who want to just keep practicing Adobe and maybe took the class but want to get back into it, we offer a great series of online video tutorials that you can do at your own pace and sign up for at any point. We already have some members taking advantage of that, and we're getting really good feedback about that. So you can always email me with more questions. Some of the upcoming workshops we have for folks who want some in-person Adobe training. We have some 1 or 2 spots left in our Saturday workshop that's starting on April 2nd with Graylin. Gabe will be bringing back our podcast workshop Mondays starting April 18th. And then we have a BFP basic field workshop will be in person here Thursdays starting in May. So definitely some production opportunities if you're eager to come back in the space. And keep an eye on the website for special topic workshops as well. On Monday, I want to invite anybody to join us virtually for a listening party for some PhillyCAM members who completed an audio storytelling workshop, Philly Frequencies, Stories and Sound. It's a really great selection of short 5-minute stories, and we'll be doing short interviews with the participants to hear about their experience as new audio producers. Staying on the radio theme, but shifting your focus towards our youth. If you are not familiar with Hear Us Out is a youth-produced radio show on Tuesdays, and we just started a new season. There's a new squad. If you haven't heard it, they're on Spotify, YouTube, TuneIn. There's no excuse not to hear the youth out. It's a great hour-long show, and they cover all sorts of different topics and themes. So please check it out. Give them some love on Tuesdays. And lastly, keep an eye out this summer. We're going to be starting a special radio reporting fellowship opportunity for folks who want to do more community journalism and storytelling through audio. We'll be sending out information and details about that probably within the next month or 2. So those are my updates. I'm always here. If you have an idea about a class or you're like, bring back, something, feel free to reach out, laura@phillycam.org anytime, and I'm happy to reconnect.
Thanks, Laura and Elias, for that. And I can't wait to get my hands on that camera as well that Roland was running around the hallways with. I hope. Oh, okay. I hope that is giving you a sense of what we've been working on these past few months. Sorry, I just have to get used to being back in the studio. I'm just a little just excited to be here, and I hope that I will be able to see you again soon coming here to PhillyCAM. I'm really excited that we will be opening again those 5 days a week, and just making it easier for you to stop by and say hi in the afternoons. Staff will still be on a little bit of a staggered schedule, so we're all not going to be here every day. We're still going to be kind of working on that. So it's a little bit of a skeleton crew still. So again, just hopefully you'll catch us when you come by. And I want to remind folks again that if you are have not yet voted in the PhillyCAM board election, check your inbox. We are using a new online voting program this year called Election Buddy, and they should have sent you something around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Voting is open until 11:45 this evening. If for any event that you do not see your ballot in your inbox, email elections@phillycam.org, and the governance committee will take a look and try and get you a ballot before polls close tonight. And I want to thank Ernest Owens and Elizabeth Estrada, the board members, for being here in person. I want to thank all the staff for the work that they put into this annual meeting here in the control room and in the building and at home. It's a pleasure every day to work with them and to do this work together in community with you all. And yeah, I mean, we've all been through a lot these past 2 years. And as I said at the top of the meeting, I still can't believe that this is the 3rd annual meeting that we've done virtually. So I really miss the hustle and bustle of being with you all here in the space. And I look forward to bumping into you in the hallways in the not too distant future. And with that, thanks for joining us here at the annual meeting. It's been great to see you. I can see you all on a big monitor here to my right, so I can see who's here in the meeting. So thanks for being here, and stick around because we're going to be heading over to the return of the PhillyCAM pitch session.